All right, man. Let's take a look at Udonis Haslem. Predict that the Pistons could upset the New York Knickerbockers in the playoffs. Um, you know, let's go.
I like those Thundercats out of Detroit. I'm looking at that matchup, and they're sharpening their swords, and they are waiting for this matchup. They are excited about this matchup. Cade Cunningham, Malik Beasley, those guys are ready for this matchup. Jalen Brunson coming in or not, that ankle's not going to be ready till the summertime. We all know that, so he is not going to be healthy. I'm looking at Detroit, and I'm saying this could be a first-round exit for New York. I like those Thundercats out of Detroit. I'm looking at that matchup, and they're sharpening their swords, and they are waiting for this matchup. They are excited about this matchup. Cade Cunningham, Malik Beasley, those guys are ready for this matchup. Jalen Brunson coming in or not, that ankle's not going to be ready till the summertime. We all know that, so he is not going to be healthy. I'm looking at Detroit, and I'm saying this could be a first-round exit for New York.
Now, I've been saying it. I be joking with my New York Knicks partners, that's New York Knicks fans, and I be saying this to them, and I've been saying it all year. They was beating us so many times, but they broke through it. And I didn't know Jalen. I don't follow NBA like I used to, other than the Pistons. And I could do a better job of that. But honestly, I could. But yeah, he basically saying that Jalen Brunson had an ankle injury, so I wasn't aware. But it doesn't surprise me. What's so funny is I was listening to Gil's Arena. I mean, it's great entertainment. I think they say dumb shit just to say it, right? But I was listening to Gil's Arena, and they were saying on there about Markel. I always forget his name. Markel Bridges was saying that, basically Tom Thibodeau playing them too many minutes. And Gilbert Arenas didn't understand. Now, this has been a thing with Tom Thibodeau for years. This has legit been a thing with Tom Thibodeau for years, running his players into the wall. That's why you see Josh Hart, I think, got injured. All their players got injured last year. Jalen Brunson broke down. He plays them too many minutes, and a lot of people just try to sit here and act like it's not a thing. And the thing was, I think Brandon Jennings was telling him that, or they was telling him that they practice very, very hard, and they playing 30, 40 minutes a game on top of practicing, super duper hard. But we all know that, like, dude, you got to trust your bench. How you just going to play 5 or 6 players in a rotation the whole season? I get shortening your rotation. I get it, shortening it during the postseason, but they get paid too. They get paid too. That's the wild thing about it. They get paid too. So why not develop, and people like Tom Thibodeau, man, I don't even understand why he continues to get jobs. Seriously, I don't understand why he continues to get jobs. Because he's not trying to change it up. And this is kind of what I be saying on my main channel, Goodfella TV. It's about the politicians, man. Like, the politicians are old. So they don't really know what's going on in today's culture. They think it's still 1960s, 1970s. It's not. The world has changed so much since then. The world has changed so much since then. So that's kind of what I'm saying, man. It's like to the point where when you get these older coaches, they don't want to change. It's insanity. What was his name? Mike D'Antoni from the Suns back in the day. He never wanted to try to change anything, even though it didn't work. It didn't work in the postseason. He never wanted to change his philosophy. That's because he old. You know how they say the young people can learn something from the old people, but the old people can learn a lot from the young people. It's a two-way street. Wisdom of the past ain't really shit unless you got wisdom of the present. I say that again. Having all the wisdom from the past really ain't nothing unless you got the wisdom for the present. And having the wisdom of the present really ain't that lethal, ain't really ish unless you got wisdom of the past. So there has to be a merger even in this country with young and old to run the country as one, or as close as one. And it's the same thing with these coaches, these old ass coaches. You got these young coaches on your coaching staff. Utilize them. You can't run these guys into the ground. Look at today's NBA players. You know, I like how he keep them in motion. They come to play every day, but at some point, it's too much. So taper them minutes down. You noticed when Larry Brown coached the Pistons, he had them on a snap count. We had them on like how you work at Walmart or somewhere like that, and they tell you to take your break. He had them dudes on the schedule. He had them on the schedule. He had them on the schedule. And that's what Tom Thibodeau in the regular season need them happen on schedule. You look at the analytics, what do you say? Okay, this is when we can buy some time. We up by this point, or this is when the game started to slip. As simple as that. You play them in the critical minutes. He just want to play 6 guys all the time, and that's why every year they got to get rid of him. Hate to say it, if the Knicks is going to win the championship, and I think they have the time to win the championship, they got to get rid of him. Now, to the point, can I see the Pistons winning this series? Yeah, because they play too many fucking minutes in New York. And they got pressure to win something. The Pistons don't have no pressure to play with house money. But I think it's a great series for the NBA. But what's best for the NBA is the Pacers and the Pistons line up. That's one of the things. I mean, obviously the Lakers and Dallas can't happen probably because of the injuries to Kyrie and Anthony Davis. But this is one of the rivalries they should want to see. I mean, Cleveland, Orlando is building one. See what Paulo and them did the other night, breaking their streak. Cleveland, Boston is building one just because supremacy. Anything with Milwaukee in it because of Giannis and Dame. You go out west. I mean, Denver and LA, they kind of building something. Too bad Dallas got injured. Anthony Edwards building something with Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to UD, man. A lot of people these guys like Udonis, Haslem, or Shaq like Isaiah Stewart. The reason that they like these guys is because, real talk, the reason that they like these guys is because they play an old school, hard-nosed brand of basketball. You heard JB Bickerstaff said, I really think this team so far embodies what he wanted Cleveland to be. I don't think he had the dogs in Cleveland. Mitchell didn't really defend. Garland didn't really defend like that. So and I think Evan Mobley is kind of soft. I think that's the perception. I understand that. But yeah. So I think he kind of got some dogs. I think he got some dogs that's willing to defend, willing to get their hands dirty. I think this team embodies more of what he wanted Cleveland to embody as far as physicality. And I think that's why a lot of the old heads like the Pistons, because they bringing in the hard brand nose of basketball. They're bringing the toughness back now. And I think people really like that with them. So I think that's what it is, man. But you got to remember Pat Riley too. He coached a very good Laker team in LA, but that really wasn't his personality. He made the adjustment to what he had. His real personality was the 90 Knicks teams. Those was what Pat Riley embodied, hard-nosed basketball. That's what he really embodied. So King is the same thing with JB Bickerstaff. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance get notifications. We go live and drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Appreciate the love support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.